What's going on, everyone? This is Eddie here from One Life to Game, coming at you with another NBA 2K16 video for the Xbox One. This was actually a requested game from one of my great subscribers that wanted a match between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I will be controlling the Bucks. Looking forward to that. It's the first time I have chosen them so far while playing 2K16. And the Pacers will be visiting me at the Bradley Center. So let's go ahead and get started.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
I like that one. Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Milwaukee Bucks as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. Taking a look at the Pacers, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Jabari Parker is a guy we'll have our eye on tonight. Had to sit out most of last season after he tore the ACL. Shaq, you still have to like the kid's future.
You know what, I like him, Ernie. He showed us that he can score consistently on the NBA level. He had an early setback, but he's motivated as any young player. I know you see his commercials. He's coming back with a vengeance.
He's coming back with a vengeance, and he's a very efficient scorer at his position. And for his age, he's got a great deal of skill. And I think he's the forgotten man in Milwaukee because they made the playoffs. But this guy was their best player before that happened.
The game is coming up shortly. It's time to get down to Kevin Harlan. Kevin.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sideline. Welcome to Milwaukee, home court advantage.
All right, new floor design here at the Bradley Center. Looks great. Checking out the new uniforms here. Greg Monroe is a new addition to the Bucks roster. So this is going to be a pretty exciting game. And I'm glad to be playing it. And the Bucks just have a tremendously young, athletic, and talented roster. A ton of size.
It's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5 down low. And it's Indiana's ball. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise.
Great ball movement there, and Jabari Parker is able to sink a jumper down from the elbow. Good job by Michael Carter-Williams to set up that play.
From the elbow.
And it's good to see Monta Ellis in the Eastern Conference. Hopefully he has a good future, a good career with the Pacers. We'll see how that goes.
On defense, Indiana. Carter Williams with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but...
Tried to get something going on the baseline there, but stepped out, unfortunately. No problem. We'll get it back.
The Pacers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Ellis with the screen for Hill. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation.
And that was great defense there to force the backcourt violation. Haven't seen that too many times where the guard just gets pushed back for a backcourt violation. But anything's possible. That's a good spot for Monroe to shoot. Well done there, too. So nice start here for both teams. Milwaukee with a narrow 6-5 lead with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first quarter.
And they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard.
And that was a pretty wild layup attempt right there. I think I initiated it a little bit too early with Greg Monroe.
Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. Allen kicks to Hill. Indiana moving the ball around. Turner dishes to Ellis. Tipped away.
Nice defense there. Couple steals here for
Antetokounmpo with the ball.
Milwaukee early on in the game.
To the inside. Here's Monroe.
That's too easy. Once Monroe gets the ball in that position, he's just too far to the basket. He'll make something happen most of the time there with that.
They had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season high win streak.
Another great defensive play. And Chris Middleton's going to go down the lane for
Earlier in the year.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
Thanks, Doris. Now here is Hill. Parker with the steal. Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws.
And so early on in the game here, Milwaukee's defense has been very stingy, forcing a lot of turnovers, and there we see Grievous Vasquez go to the line. Going to try to get his team up by 7 here.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure.
And kind of a kind of a weird offseason for Indiana. I mean, they had some nice additions, but then again, they also lost Roy Hibbert in free agency as well as David West. So lost a little bit of size, a little bit of toughness. But they certainly got smaller on the perimeter and got some more athleticism there. That's for sure. I think, what did we just see? CJ Miles check in.
Mayo's checked in. The Pacers also with a sub.
And OJ Mayo is in for the Bucks.
And Vasquez drops them both. For the Bucks, their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
Stuckey passes to Miles. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Miles has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And from a presentation perspective, that was pretty cool. The Milwaukee Bucks, they have great fans. Sort of like a college atmosphere over there at times. And their fans were just going nuts. But CJ Miles drained a wide open 3, which is his kind of game. And nice defensive effort there by OJ Mayo. And who's sporting a Don King sort of look in this game. Interesting hairstyle selection for him. We've got Jared Bayless in the game as well. Oh, George Hill breaks me down easily there and gets to the basket for a layup. So Indiana comes right back. They're only down 2 now with about a minute left to play in the first quarter.
There's the feed to Henson.
John Henson in. Gets a nice open look for Mayo right on the line there, top of the 3-point arc.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Miles.
Almost another 3-pointer there for CJ Miles.
Just got to time it up right.
Knocked loose. Henson dishes to Vasquez.
Great ball movement there, and a nice sequence for Milwaukee to get the lead back up to 7.
No one near him.
And they even gave themselves a chance for a 2-for-1 at the end of the first quarter here.
And Miles kicks to Mahinmi.
So long as we don't get a foul here.
Stuckey outside. On target from 13.
Nice shot there by Rodney Stuckey, who signed a free agency deal with Indiana also this summer. Good spot for him.
Outside Mayo. Here's Vasquez. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
And that's the end of the first quarter. So a nice 5-point lead for Milwaukee, 17-12. And this is One Life to Game, playing NBA 2K16 for the Xbox One. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think so far. Looking forward to seeing those comments, whether it be from the live stream or on demand. And subscribe for more gameplay. And we'll get right back to the floor here for some more action.
Here, talk to Monta Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and still to this day. That's just the competitive that I believe my oldest brother built into me when I was little.
And Monta Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exits in the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And that kind of relentless determination is really something Monta is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
It's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. John Henson out there with Monroe. And it's Carter Williams in at the point. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
There's no better sign of how efficient.
Pretty lucky stroke there for Giannis to knock that one down. I was just trying a few moves with Michael Carter Williams that I couldn't really pull much off. Still kind of getting that part of this game down. Another steal. Great hands by Milwaukee in the paint.
Floats one.
Floater over the top of the defense goes for Michael Carter Williams.
I like the fact that he
and the Bucks maintain control of this game, 21-14.
You throw it to where he needs to be.
And really the defense has been the catalyst here. Another great sequence with a rejection. Beautiful pass break. And Giannis and Antetokounmpo.
Here's Hill. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. In the corner, George with it.
Well, they got me in the pump fake there. He should have went up with it.
Feeds it to Allen.
Lavoy Allen misses there, but Turner's there to clean up the garbage and keep his team in this thing.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely.
Oh, that's not a good shot right there.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Turner with a screen on Carter Williams. And Michael Carter Williams gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Hill, he's checked in for Hill. Middleton against Ellis. The 3 from Hill. Cannot hit. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And here we go. The Bucks running again. It's stolen by Hill. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Three-pointer. The rebound by Middleton. Bucks leading by 7. Here's Carter Williams. Bucks passing it around. And Henson kicks to Carter Williams. And that one's good. Carter Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And George, here we go. No luck. And Milwaukee the other way now.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Middleton the pass to Carter Williams. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once and it had some personnel issues, but
so pretty superior basketball the Bucks are playing here. I love their strategy. We're pretty much running off of every make or miss by the Pacers and just playing an inside-out kind of game right now.
And you know, having that accountability is what made the
So far so good here at the Bradley Center. 28-16 point lead, approaching halftime here, a minute and a half to go.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks.
And looking forward to hearing what Shaquille O'Neal and Ernie Johnson and Kenny the Jet Smith have to say as we see Jason Kidd roaming the sideline.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here is Miles, guarded by Vasquez. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And he gets it to go from the corner. Bucks leading by 10. Stolen by Miles. To the paint. Here's Hill. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Jabari Parker. The Pacers shooting their first free throws here for the night. First free throw is good.
You know, the Pacers ended up in 4th place in the Central Division last year, guys, and that's not quite what they were used to after taking the division the previous 2 years and getting to the Eastern Conference Finals in the playoffs.
Both free throws good from Hill. Looking at last year with the Pacers, with Paul George out, the Pacers knew it would be tough to win the Central again, and they still played decently, though, going 8-8 in divisional games.
And the Pacers played admirably. I mean, the division just got a lot tougher. If the Pacers bounce back, you could easily see 4 of the Central Division members making the playoffs in the near future.
.55 seconds left here in the second. They set the pick. Stolen by Miles.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips, but those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
They get the rebound. Bucks leading by 8.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg.
Just continue to attack every time down the floor. It's usually a favorable fast break situation. And Jared Bayless is going to go to the line for 2 shots here as we approach half.
The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. 2 shots. That's good from Bayless. George Hill's checked in for Indiana. Both free throws good from Bayless.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. And the foul called on Vasquez. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Yeah, so the crowd not so happy here as I've committed some silly touch fouls here right before halftime.
Free throw, good, Stuckey. So Stuckey nails both of them.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
And Bayless kicks to Monroe. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Okay, pretty good pump fake there by Greg Monroe to get Mahinmi off his feet. He'll go to the line for 2. Just the way I wanted to end this half, trying to get a 10-point lead. And let's see here. Pretty methodical free throw shot for Greg Monroe. A little bit of a takes a few, second or two for the bar to get close to the middle. So that's kind of a tough transition when you go from a point guard to that.
And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. 9 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. A floater, and with that, the Bucks lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Miles.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so we wrap up the first half. Bucks lead by 8. And time now.
All right, so going to the half here, Milwaukee with a 32-24 point lead. Check in. We're here with Doris Burke.
Tonight, what's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. We're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
Jeez, look at that discrepancy
And that'll do it for now as
in the
second
shooting,
half of the
the
game
field
is
goal
about to get
percentage.
underway.
And Shaq looks really bored with this game as he typically does at halftime.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Greg Monroe with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Paul George. Hill is out there with Ellis. Then there's Lavoy Allen. And it's Turner in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively will.
Great use of the glass there by Jabari Parker, trying to get him going a little bit this game.
Bucks finished with the second-best defensive rating in the NBA.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now.
What was I thinking? I saw he was standing out of bounds, but for some reason I still pushed the button anyway. That was dumb.
Pacers trail by 6. Hill kicks to George. Pass to Turner. And it's Ellis penetrating. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monta Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
All right now, gentlemen,
2 shots. Move shots.
And he makes the first. For Monta not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monta's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monta deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monta was to the Mavs.
And Ellis drops them both.
Tell you what, Monta Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
Monroe's shot is good.
That's how to orchestrate.
And you just can't leave Monroe open like that. That's his shot. He's going to make that most of the time. So I'll take that if Indiana's going to give it to me. And I'm taking a look here at the live stream. It looks like we've got some more people joining us. So thanks so much, everyone, for coming in and watching NBA 2K16 for the Xbox One. This is One Life to Game's YouTube channel. Hopefully I'm doing a nice job for you here as we watch the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers square off. And I just want to invite everyone to subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying the content, as I'll be posting much more. And meanwhile, the Pacers are climbing right back into this. They've had a nice third quarter, and they pull within 2 with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. So we should have a pretty exciting fourth quarter as long as things continue this way. Oh, great drive there by Carter Williams, but he misses the layup.
Terrific start to the third.
So we could have a tie ball game here. That's a shot missed by George Hill. Milwaukee takes it back the other way.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Monroe. And Middleton kicks to Carter Williams. From 18 feet away.
Nice shot there by Chris Middleton, almost from the same place that Monroe hit a few moments ago. And that'll take us to a timeout for Indiana, as Frank Vogel wants to talk it over with his crew. Although a pretty valiant effort for the Pacers to remain in this game, as there were some moments where it looked like it was going to get away from them.
He's also had some injuries, and he's been very inconsistent at times.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. John Henson's checked in for Monroe. Mayo comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Vasquez, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Carter Williams. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Lavoy Allen. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Ellis. Carter Williams, he is a polarizing prospect. For example, Greg, when you played the position, he gives you a lot of assists, but he also averages over 4 steals.
Yeah, that's true. And he gives you plenty of...
Now that was pure luck for Jared Bayless to hit that. Stepping away and using the glass. Computer gods right there. Or either that or a little bit of home cooking.
The Pacers now following the bucket by the Bucks.
Terrible time for the Pacers to go cold. Nice break right there. Grievous Vasquez with a beautiful pass. And Bayless scoring the last 4 points.
The way this game is starting to play out now, so we'll see if they can close it out.
Nice shot there by George Hill to quiet the crowd.
Right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really, sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get...
Oh, bad turnover there. And Indiana's on the break here. Good foul by O.J. Mayo. Almost had to stop that run.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury. Came back for 5 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
The first one falls. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists, partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
Both free throws good from Hill.
All right, so George Hill hits that, bringing Indiana back within 4. And we're just winding down the third quarter here, about 40 seconds left to go.
Brooklyn lost to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Oh my, that's not Henson's game at all. But I guess you got to credit him for being creative with that. And CJ Miles comes in for a layup. So again, Indiana's right within 2 here.
To attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Outside Mayo. Up in time.
Oh, wow. Woohoo! That's going to be on the Sports Center Top 10 tonight. I was trying to get around George Hill there, and when I couldn't, I thought I'd have to settle for something, and I did. And fortunately, it went in. So another gift from the computer gods. So we're going to go to the fourth quarter with Milwaukee leading 45-40. Pretty good game here so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. I appreciate it.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here's Antetokounmpo. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Middleton. There's Parker with the 3. It's rebounded by Ellis. The 9-foot shot. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Bucks leading by 3. Top of the key. And that one hits back iron. And Indiana shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Here's Turner. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. Monroe, the pass to Antetokounmpo. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Excellent D there from George. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 1 on the basket.
And in a pretty sloppy start for me here in the fourth quarter, as Indiana pulls just within 1. And a nice job there by Monta Ellis to get that bucket. See if I can get a little bit of a better sequence than I have been the last few minutes. Nice. Nice two-man game there between Michael Carter-Williams and Antetokounmpo. And he's excited there. Why not?
Coupled with his measurables, I mean, that is just off the chart.
And the Pacers call time here.
So while we have this break, whether you're in the live stream watching right now, and I appreciate those of you that are taking the time to watch this, as well as the on-demand version of this video, if you tune in at a later time, comment on the video. Let me know if there are some teams that you'd like to see me play with, and I'll go ahead and get a video together for you. And it can even be some of the old school teams if you'd like, because there are several on here. And if you just want to drop a comment about what you think of the game, or who your favorite professional basketball team is, I'd love to hear about it, so just let me know.
Many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
For 3. shot no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Hill kicks to Ellis. He feeds it to Allen. Nails the wide open jump shot.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Now here's Carter Williams. Middleton dishes to Parker. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Whew, and a pretty friendly bounce there for Jabari Parker. And he's pretty much set up shop on that elbow a lot this game, and he's taking advantage of those opportunities when he gets them. Got a little bit of a mismatch there. Gave Ellis some space, and he misses a shot he would normally make.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Great play there by Antetokounmpo to hit Michael Carter-Williams, dashing to the basket there for land. 51-46 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and a steal there. And Jabari Parker's going to take this one to the house. That makes the Kia Slam Cam replay. Good times. Yeah, crowd went nuts. And a timeout for Frank Vogel, who has to stop the bleeding right now because this one is coming to the end here. And there's Michael Carter-Williams' face, all big in the background. With some cheerleader action going on.
The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in. And George kicks to Allen. George dishes to Allen. Kicks it out to Ellis.
There had to be a 3-second violation in there somewhere, right? Man, I keep just jumping for no reason. Nice shot by Monta Ellis. That was clutch. One of those shots that you know he wants to take and you know he's likely going to make. And he's got that swagger for the Pacers too, just like he's had with every other destination in the NFL. Or NFL. I'm reading something on Twitter about NFL and the NBA.
On the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
So tomorrow, NBA Live comes out, and I wasn't sure if I was going to maybe pick that up and try that out too. I never really liked the NBA Live games as much, and I kind of felt that they were really unprofessional when they had those few years when they didn't even put anything out because they couldn't get a good product together. So I've really stuck with 2K Sports for a while, and I've always been happy with the product. And this game delivers just as well as past years have. So yeah, let me know in the chat or in the comment if you think you'll give NBA Live a try or if you like to play 2K. Got to be careful with the ball here.
Back to Parker, the 15-footer.
And Parker's been hitting those shots all night. Not really forcing his game that much, not really taking the ball to the basket, just getting some high percentage shots.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter.
Still don't understand why the crowd looks so damn bored all the time. I mean, you're gonna have a nice win in your division here, and everyone's just flat on their face.
Three-point line, it's Ellis.
And you know, the crowd in Milwaukee is definitely not even anything close to that. They are enthusiastic about their team.
And here's Middleton. The dish to Carter Williams.
Like Carter Williams posting up here. He's got the size advantage. Nice shot by him.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Just a good game overall for Carter Williams. He's made quite a few plays on the... Oh, wow. And I just lost my train of thought there after that dunk by Antetokounmpo. That was amazing. And Milwaukee just not taking the foot off the gas at all.
Following the bucket by the Bucks.
Just delivering the dagger there. And Carter Williams here.
Carter Williams.
Oh, I didn't think that would happen on the break, but okay, that worked out. Not as flashy as I wanted, but works.
You can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff.
All right, now the crowd's getting into it here, as we're going to pretty much just dribble this one out. Got to take a desperation shot, though. Can't leave you hanging. All right, so Milwaukee with a nice victory here on their home floor. 61-52. And I had fun playing this one. This was, again, a requested game from one of my subscribers, and a great suggestion it was, as both of these teams are going to be great this year in the Eastern Conference, and hopefully both of them make the postseason, so we can see how they fare. And let's head back to the studio.
Player of the game, Michael Carter Williams.
You're having a night shooting in the high 50s. You're being efficient with your shot selection. He played smart basketball tonight, really made each possession count. He was the difference maker.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
All right, everybody. Again, this is One Life to Game on YouTube here. And just played some NBA 2K16 for the Xbox One. Had a lot of fun doing this video for you. And I appreciate everybody that came by. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the stream now. This video will be available for on-demand viewing probably within the hour. So definitely check it out again if you'd like, and share it with your friends. And again, comment on the video, give me those thumbs up, and subscribe for more content. And I look forward to seeing you on a future broadcast. See ya.